So now we're going to look for factoring with a leading coefficient that is not 1. So I have a prime number 5 as my leading coefficient. So my a times my c value is 10. So my previous problem, it was just 40, because 1 times 40 is just 40. But if I have a leading coefficient, I have to account for it in my product. My sum is still my b term. I don't need to add or subtract, multiply to get any value for my b term. It's just always going to be the middle value. So I'm going to find my factors for 10. If you remember, we talked about I need a positive 10 as the multiplier, but my sum is going to be negative, so I need two negative numbers. So if I look at -1 and -10, it's going to be -11. That doesn't work. -2 and -5 gives me -7. So these are the numbers that I need. But if I write these as factors, x minus 2 times x minus 5, it's not going to give me my original quadratic. Let me show you why. Multiplying by x, I get x squared minus 5x. Multiplying by the 2, I have a -2x and then a positive 10. So this is going to give me x squared minus 7x plus 10, which is not what I started with. So what do? I'm going to take these two numbers, -2 and -5. So as I told you yesterday, there's one more step. The additional step is to take the leading coefficient and put them underneath both of your factors. So I took my leading coefficient 5 and I put them underneath both of the two numbers that I got, the -2 and the -5. If it doesn't reduce, then these two numbers are going to go into your factor. The bottom number is going to be the coefficient. The top number, whether it's plus or minus, is going to be the adding or subtracting. If my factor does reduce, I want to reduce the fraction. So this turns into a -1 over a positive 1. Same thing, the bottom number goes with my variable. So I have a 1x minus 1. Do I have to put the 1? No, but I do need to put this one. Let me show you why this works. If I multiply these out, 5x times x will give me 5x squared. 5x times -1 will be a -5x. -2 times 1x will be a -2x. And a -2 times a -1 will be a positive 2. Combining like terms, I get my original. So my leading coefficient is 5, or any other value. I have to multiply it for my product, but then divide it back out for my factors.